Scaling into a trade means that when you enter the market, you initially enter with just a fraction of the total position that you intend to trade with, and then observe how your initial market entry then develops. So on this example, this would be your initial entry. If the asset then continues lower, you can then enter again at the next support level down with another small amount, helping keep your average entry price low to maximize your gains when the price action eventually does reverse. You can then add again to your position as the price action now heads higher until you've fully entered 100% of your intended position. But how do you do this for real? So this is Pendle. We had this markup in April, then marked down, and the price action bounced off this support area. So let's mark that on. Here we go. Okay, yeah, it's a resistance there and support. So we had a nice little bounce, and I'm thinking for a long trade, I'm going to enter here at support and try and ride the price action up. But I'm going to scale in because I'm not quite sure what the price action is going to do, as we have kind of broken through this line. But before I do enter a trade, I want to mark out the next support level down, which by the looks of it is here. Yep, okay, good. So I'm going to scale in with 20% of my position here, and then let's see what happens. Okay, so the price action doesn't head higher and it actually heads lower. So I'm going to add another 20% here, and hopefully the price action will now reverse. Okay, good. So the price action has now reversed and it has surpassed my original entry point, meaning that I am now in 5% profit up to my original entry point, but because the price action has headed higher, I'm now up 14% on my second entry and up 10% almost on my first entry. And let's see what happens next. Okay, so the price action has come back down and retested this trend line again, but because we've now got a bullish posture, we've put in a higher high, I'm going to enter the third portion, another 20% of my position at this level. But I've got 40% remaining. Now, where do I enter with those? So let's just mark out a few more support and resistance levels to see where we might get a potential entry point for another entrance. So there's a couple there. Let's see now what happens. Okay, so this price action breaks through this resistance level, which I've just marked on my chart, providing a fourth entry. So I'm going to buy the retest of the breakout of this resistance line. So I'm now 80% in. Let's see if we have another opportunity to enter the final 20%. Okay, so the price action doesn't afford me another opportunity to enter, and I'm 80% into my position. Arguably, I could have entered my final 20% upon the breakout of this resistance line, but that wasn't within my risk tolerance, so I did not. So I didn't get another opportunity to enter, but my position was largely filled at 80%, and let's break down the profit for this trade. So, profit from this point, which is 60% of my position. Let's see, we are in 80% profit, just about. And we are in almost 90% profits from that position. So my first entry of 20% incurred a 5% loss pretty quickly. But because I knew there was another support level below, I was able to enter again and erase those losses and then make profit within a very small amount of time as the bounce occurred. So even though I initially incurred a 5% loss, by buying in at the lower support line, when the price action does return to my original entry point, I'm not just breaking even, I'm in profit now by 5%. And then once I get confirmation that the price action has moved from a downtrend to an uptrend, I continue to enter and ride it up to profit. That's how you effectively scale in. And even though in this particular trade, I would not have entered 100% of my intended position, throughout the whole process, I was completely in control of where I was entering, and I was going with the flow of the price action and not fighting the volatility, but using it to my advantage. If you enter a trade with 100% of your position straight away, as you can see on this left example, you will either be in significant profit if the price action moves in your favor, or you'll be in significant loss, as in this example, if the price action doesn't move in your favor. Scaling in allows you to reduce any initial loss significantly, as a 10% decline on 20% of your position is nothing compared to 10% on 100% of your position. and by continuing to enter when your position continues to a lower price point, when the asset does reverse and head higher again, by the time the asset returns to your first entry position, you are already in profit thanks to your lower entries, allowing you to either exit in profit if you feel the trade has invalidated at your initial entry price point, or by continuing to add if you determine, of course, that the bottom is now in and higher prices are ahead. Key takeaways then: crypto assets are extremely volatile. If you consistently go all in, you're fighting against that volatility when you should be using it to your advantage. For more content like this, hit that subscribe button. Catch you in the next one. Until then.